Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be carrying on with our series of Morning Hypopressives Minis. Today we're going to be doing floor. If you are a complete beginner, then have a little look in the description below and there's a beginner's playlist, tasters, things that we can help you with there. This series is 6 poses and it's 22 vacuums, so it's kind of like the perfect hypopressive practice, and we're going to start on the floor. So if you want to lie down, and we're going to start off in side lying position here. So we're going to bring the knees up and dorsiflex at the ankles there. Have your arms up here, so you've got your head resting on your arm, and we're going to start with 3 nice slow breaths here. Inhale and exhale, breathing all the way through your rib cage, and exhale, and then one more breath here, and exhale. Gonna hold your breath, pause, slowly stretch your ribs, and you can pop your hand on the side of the rib cage here, so when you're doing the rib stretch you can kind of really feel what you're doing there. Hold that for as long as is comfortable, and then we're going to inhale, exhale and lengthen, breathing all the way through your rib cage, and exhale, and then one more here, and exhale, hold your breath, pause, slowly stretch your ribs, and again if you want to pop your hand on the side of the rib cage there, or you can keep that lovely stretch through, feeling the length and stretch through the vacuum there. And then when you're ready, inhale, and we're going to switch over onto the other side. So again, side lying, arms up above your head there, dorsiflex at the ankles, knees pulled up a little bit there. Inhale and exhale, breathing all the way through your rib cage, and exhale, and then one more here, exhale, hold your breath, stretch your ribs there, again you can feel on this side, feel that rib stretch, feel that length through the spine there. Rib stretch will feel, obviously you'll feel it on this side here, on the side lining poses, and then when you're ready we're going to inhale and exhale. Lovely, one more breath here, and exhale, hold your breath, stretch your ribs, you feel that length all the way through the spine, and then when you're ready we're going to inhale here and exhale, and then we're going to move into a lying down position. So coming onto your back with your ankles dorsiflex there, knees and feet hip distance apart, and we're going to have the arms in first position. Inhale and exhale, feeling that length through the spine. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs here. Again, feel that length. Heels lightly pressing into the floor there. Eyes directly to the ceiling. And then we're going to take a breath in here. On the exhale, float the arms into second position. Shoulders nudging into the floor. Inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Slowly stretch your ribs. Feel that gentle spread through the back of the shoulders there. Fingertips are always a hand length apart. Feel that length through the spine. And then we're going to inhale here. And without arching the back, exhale, arms are coming into third position. Inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Feel that length and stretch through the vacuum. Feels so good in this position. Eye line towards the ceiling still. Hold that for as long as is comfortable. And then we're going to inhale here. On the exhale, arms are coming down. Bring the legs out. Little bend in the knees, heels drawn towards your pelvis. Inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Keep drawing those heels just a little bit towards you to feel a light engagement through the back of the legs there. Length through the spine. Spread between the shoulder blades at the back. And then inhale. Exhale, arms floating into second position, fingertips a hand length apart. Inhale. And exhale. And then one more breath here. Nice slow exhale. And then you're going to hold your breath. Slowly stretch your ribs. Lovely. Feel that length and stretch through the vacuum. And then inhale. Exhale. Shoulders resting into the floor there. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Exhale. Hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs and keep bringing your heels a little bit towards you. Legs should feel like they're working. Very light tension in the arms there. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhale, arms coming back into first position. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Arms are coming up to the top. Nice and slowly. Keep the ribs on the floor. Hands just gently pressing away there. Lovely. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale here. Exhale, arms coming back. Bring the heels in a little bit more there, drawing the heels towards you. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Elbows nudging out. Eye line towards the ceiling. Heels nudging towards you there. And then when you're ready to take a breath, we're going to inhale here. And exhale, arms coming to the top, second position, elbows out. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Feel that length through the spine there. And then inhale. Exhale, arms coming to the top, shoulders nudging into the floor there. Inhale. And exhale. Keep the exhale nice and light. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs there. Lengthen through the spine. Feel that lovely stretch through the vacuum. And then inhale when you're ready. On the exhale, bring your arms down. We're going to lengthen the right leg there. Bring the left knee in a teeny bit there. Draw the heels towards you. 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath here. Nice slow exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs and start moving your arms nice and slowly all the way to the top without arching your back there. Drop the shoulders into the ground so they feel nice and heavy, and then we're going to stay here for the next one. So inhale and exhale. And then 1 more breath here. Nice slow exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely, feel that length all the way through the spine. Keep drawing those heels towards you there. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhale, arms are coming down. We're going to switch the legs around. So extending the left leg there. Gentle dorsiflexion of the ankles. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, moving your arms all the way to the top. Shoulders nudging into the floor there. And then inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Nice slow exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs there. Feel that spread between the shoulder blades, eyes to the ceiling. Length and stretch through the vacuum. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to move into asymmetrical floor position, bringing that knee towards your hand there. Left arm up at the top, light dorsiflexion of the ankles. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Light tension in the arms there. That lovely sense of openness through the rib cage. Length through the vacuum. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale here. Exhale, switching over. Draw that knee towards the hand there. Shoulder girdle on the floor. Inhale. Nice slow exhale. Getting ready to hold your breath. Stretch your ribs there. Lovely, eye line towards the ceiling, elbows out. That lovely stretch through the vacuum, that length through the spine. And then inhale. On the exhale, bring your legs in if that's comfortable for you. Just relaxing your toes there. Inhale. And exhale. And then 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Relax your toes. And then we'll do 1 more here. So inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs there. Relax your toes. Relax your arms. Relax your legs. And then inhale when you're ready. So you want to just slowly come over, come up in sitting position. Well done, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. Let me know how you got on in the comments. I always love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed the video, give me a like, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.